Good morning, everybody.
Hey, we are live from WARMACHINE Weekend 2016. We've got our juice boxes, and we are ready to go.
I don't have a juice box.
You offered you a juice box. You said no. I have a juice box. He is juice boxless.
We're here for the Iron Gauntlet semifinal round here in the bright early morning of WARMACHINE Weekend here in St. Louis. We've got Jeff Everitt versus
Adam Stewart with his with an ASEAN list.
So let's go through the lists real fast, and then we'll cut back to the table and see what's going on. I'll go over Jeff's list first. It's very similar to the one we saw on the live stream yesterday, actually. He's got Butcher 1 with 3 Marauders.
Nice.
Marauders are a thing
again.
I
love the return of the Marauder. It's
They're
amazing.
a thing again. Covenant Joe. Pair of Man of War Dracoons, and he's got 3 minimum unit of Winter Guard Rifle Corps, each with 3 Rocketeers. And he also has a minimum unit of Kayazi Assassins. So these are the Gauntlet rounds where players get to build their list on the fly. This is basically the same list he ran previously, but he dropped Alton and another solo that I don't remember that was in his list we saw actually live streamed yesterday, and he replaced it with minimum Kayazi to face against Adam's list.
Nice. So what Adam's got going on is Lord Arcanist ASEAN. Loaded up with a Banshee and Imperatus. Then we've got 2 Arcanist Mechanics, and then 2 full units of Mage Hunter Strike Force, one with the Strike Force Commander and a Soulless Escort, and one with just the Strike Force Commander. And then we wrap things up with a pair of units of Stormfall Archers. So
this list also looks, there wasn't Adam playing it.
No, but we've seen quite a bit of ASEAN this weekend.
We saw a list that looked almost identical to this list on the live stream yesterday as well.
Yes.
So the players are getting set up, just, talking about their list, determining what does what, though they know pretty well what's about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Two gun lines going to face off against each other, though, as we mentioned yesterday, Jeff has a little bit of the advantage in the fact that his list can do both melee and shooting because he's got 3 Marauders.
Right.
And he's got a pair of Dracoons for, those nice counter charges and to sort of mix things up. So while the 3 Rifle Corps with their Rocketeers is a very strong gun line that's going to pick up infantry left and right.
It's going to be great against the Mage Hunter Strike Force.
Yeah, once it gets a little bit more grindy, it'll be fine. Now, did you say he has a Discordia in his list?
He does not. Imperatus and a Banshee.
Imperatus and a Banshee. That means he doesn't have access to the imprint, so blast damage is going to be a real thing in this game. Unlike the other one we saw, Jeff, where Discordia basically had the Mage Hunter Strike Force block around her.
Right.
And kept the imprint up so they were all immune to blast damage. That combined with stealth meant the rockets were not as effective as they could have been.
And it looks like they've got the clock all ready to go.
Andrew Durso and Chili Winters, 2 of our official judges, and Agatha, one of our current press gangers who is a judge applicant. She's taking her test today.
Fantastic.
All watching our tables. We have the other semifinal game in the back. It's actually a rematch that was from the live stream yesterday of JVM versus Josh. So the winner of that game will face the winner of this game in the finals, which we will stream right after.
Fantastic.
I'm excited.
All right. So,
Did Jeff just blow a kiss? Was he blowing a kiss to me?
It had to be to you.
I caught it. It tastes like candy. All right. Looks like Jeff has begun deployment, which means he won the roll to go off first. Actually, I know he won the roll because he asked me to come over and roll a die for him. I didn't know what it was for, and I rolled it, and he's like, cool, I win the roll to go off first. They both just agreed to that.
Nice.
So,
the magic Hungerford rolls.
Let that be some kind of drama online if Jeff wins this game. Official privateer press staff and getting in it for your
juice box.
Juice boxes.
I'm a lot less slurpy with the straw.
I'm so glad you're not slurping your coffee on the live stream anymore. We would immediately lose all our viewers. So the scenario that the players are playing, some people might know of it. I heard it's one of the most popular scenarios we've ever released, and just a fan favorite overall, is Incursion. It's actually incredibly simple to set up. There are 3 flags.
And then there are 2 flags.
No.
Nope, that's the old.
That's the old version.
It's so old. I don't know.
There are 3 flags. They're always there. You can control a flag for 1 CP. You can dominate a flag for 1 CP. There's no kill box. First person to 5 CPs wins, or you can kill their caster. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
And then one of the flags goes away.
No, that was SR 2014 and earlier.
Right off the table.
No, SR 2015, the flag stopped disappearing. SR 2016, the flags all got worth the same amount of CPs instead of the center being worth more.
the end of round 2, I'm going to run over there and I'm going to take a flag.
You do whatever you want, man. Like, we can just, like, introduce them to some SR 2017. Pro tip, the flags don't disappear in SR 2017.
No.
Pro
Did
tip.
we say incursion? We meant incursion. It's new.
That's if incursion's even in SR 2017, which we'll see. Good morning to everybody on Twitch. Those of you watching on YouTube, you're going to hear us talking to the Twitch viewers every now and then. If you want to watch us live stream, it's twitch.tv/privateerpress. So we like to chat with folks as they watch the game. And I also want to mention, you'll see there's these 2 little picture-in-pictures right above each player's name bar. That's our fancy new dice cams. So we have these awesome trays provided to us by Wormwood Gaming. You may have heard of Wormwood. We are licensed with them. They make sweet custom dice trays and dice vaults and all kinds of awesome things. I have some with my name engraved in them. I love them. I like to show them off. It makes me feel like a better person than my opponent. Like when I've got a dice tray with my name on it and like a Minions logo.
And their dice are just rolling right off the table
and
like a bunch of idiots.
They've got a red Solo cup and there's just dice falling over the place. And I'm like, wow, what a piece of garbage you are. Look at my cool things. So if you want to have cool things too, Wormwood Gaming, whatever.
You can't shame me. I've got my own dice tray.
Yeah.
Mine's not as custom as yours. But
no, it's not.
I use it all the time. I'm a huge fan.
They are. And I use them for like a lot of different things. They are really nice. In a game like this, there's lots of tokens.
For a lot of different things?
A lot of different things.
Like what?
I use
like
them,
a cup holder?
No.
You put your change in them?
I
use it to roll dice in, right?
No, I also use them as a model tray in my house sometimes when I'm moving models from my display case over to the tables to play. Like, they're super sturdy.
Yeah, they're made of wood.
Well, not all wood is the same. Like, if there was balsa wood, it would just break everything. You ever try and put, like, a colossal on balsa wood? That doesn't go well.
I carry a balsa wood tray everywhere I go.
Oh, yeah, I bet. But also props to Tyler Durden for creating the dice trays. Tyler Durden is our video producer, also known as Tony Kodacek, but only we can see him. No one else knows that he actually exists.
He created the dice cams, not the dice trays.
That's what
that
dice
again
cams,
was Wormwood.
But we hope everybody enjoys that. That way you can clearly see what is being rolled.
Have we said Wormwood enough to qualify for our contract?
I'm just doing
Wormwood. I think we got it
I'm
now.
not doing this for any real marketing reason. I'm literally doing it because I think it's awesome. Oh, JR, our marketing manager, swung by and brought us some drinks, which is going to make this stream a lot more enjoyable.
Pocket Cokes.
I'll get some caffeine and wake up.
Slurp it.
I'm not going to slurp in the mic. That would be weird.
I'm going to use my juice box straw.
You need to stop.
All right. What do we got? Looks like we've got...
Yeah, they're just finishing up deployment.
Handshake.
And boom, we are off to the races. And here comes some proxy measurements. Little pre-measure. Look at that. Jeff is like, all right, what is your exact threat range, walking and shooting? I'm going to put down these fancy little widgets so I know exactly where to stop moving so I don't get shot off the table.
Pow.
Now, according to the new judge policy, you are allowed to pre-measure. You can pre-measure anything you want anytime, but any proxy bases you put down in regards to pre-measurement must be picked up at the end of your turn. You can leave a proxy base if it's like a replacement for a model that can't physically fit where it needs to be, but you can't leave the board littered with markers and templates all over the place trying to figure out every single equation. You have to pick them up at the end of your turn, and all pre-measurements have to be on your death clock.
Pick your trash up.
And, I mean, they look nice. Nice little Canadian flag there. So Jeff breaking one of his models to start. Looks like he's going to shoot a rocket, and we're going to hope for some lucky deviations into the Mage Hunters.
Little lucky D.
Look, it goes to the one, it looks like, unless white is his direction. I don't know. Looking arm monitor, Tony just started putting a bunch of other windows in front of everything, so I can't really see anything. But we'll see if the deviations hit and kill anything. People don't understand the difficulty we have in live streaming, which is the whole time our screens, Tony's just putting in like pop-up ads constantly.
What's the preview editor?
Just nonstop. Like I just want to watch the game, and there's just millions of different windows open.
So it looks...
You won a free car. Click now. I'm like, Tony, don't, man.
It looks like Jeff has built some kind of ramp that he wants to try to shoot the rockets down so they'll arc up over that wall and smash into that Myrmidon.
I like it.
Same
thing. More deviations. Jeff's going pretty fast. They kind of know what direction will even matter. If it goes backwards, they're not even, really resolving it because it won't hit anything. Jeff obviously has practiced this list a whole bunch because he is very quick with the measurements, knows exactly where he wants to stand, what he wants to shoot at, and what matters and what doesn't.
So he's got a nice little pile of change there.
He does. While he's resolving this, I do want to comment right now on Adam's paint scheme. Man, orange is not an easy thing to paint. And
no.
That's a good, solid, like, that Imperatus looks awesome. Like, that is a color. Orange and yellow, and I've got a white down these days. Like, white and red were kind of a problem for me beginning off, but, like, orange and yellow are still my bane. Like, I really can't do them well. So when I see somebody with a nice bright yellow, like mustard yellow, or a bright orange like he has, I'm always impressed because I understand the amount of time it takes to get those solid bases down.
An airbrush goes a long way toward making those colors really workable.
Yeah, I haven't started airbrushing yet. I'm still old school, but I know airbrushing is like the big thing that saves everybody a ton of time, and
right.
I probably need to get into that.
It's an investment, but if you're a painter, it's very worth it. And when you get to the bigger models, Colossals, Gargantuans,
yeah, it's supposed to save you like
engines,
hours and hours.
Not just that, but it just helps with the overall quality of your paint job. So there's, I've learned a lot over the last couple of years when it comes to airbrushing, and I need to get one for home. But until then, I'll just steal the studio one.
Well, yeah, that always works. Kiyazi are going to hustle on up. This is just a min unit of Kiyazi. They don't have an underboss. Jeff just feeling like his Alton, and he had another 4-point model. I believe there's another. I don't remember what was in the original list. I'd have to go grab them off the table right now. I'm not going to disrupt their game. But he took out Alton, another model, just because they were far less useful in this matchup.
Sure.
Ton of stealth models. You know, he'd rather just have Kiyazi to go gum things up and try and tie up some of these strike force. See the Dracoon getting into place. First, the Marauders. Looks like he's not going with the Marauder wall like he did last time, where it stood directly in front of the Butcher to block line of sight.
Right.
More careful measurement from Jeff just to make sure his guys don't get, completely murdered. Oh, a pair of Dracoons up on the hill. Enjoy that, Strike Force. Those things are real bad for you. Interesting to see how Adam deals with it. The previous time Jeff faced this list, he had more difficulties between Discordia and Hypnos shadow binding his Dracoons.
Right. A little Iron Flesh on the Kiyazi over there.
Yep, Butcher's activating. Get Iron Flesh on Kiyazi. You're going to put, obviously, the Retaliatory Strike upkeep on something, I imagine. Maybe. Maybe not. No, looks like Butcher just did that and sat still. Just kind of go where he was. Joe walked over, gave Tough to one of the units of Rifle Corps. Did that other Marauder? I guess that moved up a little.
Yeah.
So shipping the clock over to Adam. It's his first turn.
Trying to decide what he wants to do against all those rockets that are to come flying at him next round.
Try not to get blown up. Obviously, spread out. Spread out. I mean, doesn't have a great first turn here. Just got to get some smart positioning and get ready to start taking down the incoming Khador forces. Got to weather 9 rockets a turn, though.
He's in the tank already.
He is in the tank already. Well, it's important first turn. He screws up first turn, he gets obliterated.
Yep.
Not literally the spell obliterated, but like obliterated by rockets. All right, so Ossian activates, casts Admonition on Imperatus. doing his next move. So he puts Quicken on himself and Admonition on Imperatus. And looks like he's just going to advance up behind the wall.
Get some cover.
Yep. It's a good spot to stand. There is no kill box in this scenario, so you can hang back as far back as you need to. All right, so Ossian's just advancing literally right up behind the wall. And then he's done.
All right, we got a Mage Hunter Strike Force over
in southern Canada.
The southern side of the board.
Man, Team Canada has just been running all over Warmachine Weekend. We have a ton of Canadian players up at the show.
Need to build a wall.
Wow.
Keep those Canadians up north.
I have no comments to make on that. Strike Force is, I believe, running. I'm just going to change the subject immediately. And they are spreading.
Immediately? Is that spelled with a U?
It is.
Immediately?
Immediately. And they are spreading out. They are spreading out about as far as they possibly can. Like, he's not even, like, going to measure the exact, like, what is exactly outside of blast range. He's just like, nope, not even possible. You couldn't hit me if you had 5-inch AoE rockets. All right, now he's done with the Strike Force. Almost forgot the guy by the wall. Imperatus, he going to run up by the wall. He's going to butt up against the wall.
Scratch his ass on the wall. Like a bear against a tree.
If you're the Khador forces and Imperatus just runs up and starts scratching his ass all over a stone wall, do you just leave? You're like, no, they've come to play in a weird way today. I don't want any of this.
Banshee's gonna
run. Actually, I think he's still considering what he's doing in Imperatus. We just hear it through the player mics, Adam confirming the way the rockets work. Oh, Imperatus going all the way across the wall. He's like, I don't even care. I don't need cover.
This side's a lot more rough.
What?
For the scratching.
Oh, you're still talking about scratching his ass. Okay.
All right.
So both jacks are based together, but they are facing directly forward. He was just confirming that real fast because their butts are so big they can't, face side by side. Actually, it's their swords.
Their fronts are big. Big fronts.
Big old fronts.
I like big fronts and I cannot lie.
You other casters can't deny. When a jack walks in with an itty-bitty waist and a... Okay, I'm done. Well, what? The Myrmidons have itty-bitty waists. So they have tiny waists. Somebody on Twitch stream was making a comment about player mics and, why don't we just play your mic? Well, it's because the stream is...
They can be more foul than we are.
Tony, are we PG-13 or R today? Okay, we're PG-13 today. Sometimes when people play Warmachine and things go wrong, players will say things. Sometimes those things are not rated PG-13. Sometimes they are rated R. Sometimes they're rated hard R. And player mics is a thing. We don't have a little beep button.
No, we don't have enough control to delay it.
So I know personally when I play Warmachine and I roll, say, Snake Eyes twice in a row, the profanity that spews out of my mouth is 0 because I'm a good sportsman.
I have so little control. I can't believe they actually let me on this stream.
I agree.
I'm fitted with a shot collar.
We don't player mic because we want to protect the children.
Because the children are our future.
The children are our future, unless we build the wall you were talking about.
But that's the Canadian children aren't our future. They're Canadia's future.
I got it. I would like to comment on the fact that Adam's running a bunch of models and being careful, but anyone who's watching the game can see that, so I'm not going to.
Fair enough. Here comes some Stormfall archers. We're going to get behind this wall, and we're going to shoot you with our boom sticks.
They're bows, dog.
No, I mean the arrows. They're literally boom sticks.
I mean, yeah.
All right, clearing off the table, passing over to Jeff.
Yep. That is a wide front that Adam has created here.
We got some crazy stuff going across the live stream. Who's getting into the ticker? Why is there a cat chasing stuff around?
Nobody can see that but us. Again, Tony is always messing with us, and so that's not actually on the live stream. The ticker you see right now, that's not going out to Twitch or will be on the YouTube channel. Only we can see the literal nonsense scrolling across our screen right now. I had that same problem yesterday.
It's weird.
It is weird. Oh, no. That's on the live stream now.
Yeah, it is on the live stream.
All right, cool. What?
It's like something crazy jumped in there. So things are happening. Stuff's getting measured. People are leaning on tables.
Yeah, well, they're planking. In fact, can somebody cut to the table cam? I want to see Jeff's sweet plank real fast. Nice form. Nice form. Looking pretty good. Got the nice bend at the waist. It's been a real push this War Machine Weekend to talk about everyone's ability to plank and all the fitness they have. I'll never see Samir and Dan Berger walking around the back, but they're going to go smoke. Now, for those of you watching, we're going to be doing, obviously, the IG semifinal and the IG final after this, and then we're going to be doing a special game after that we're going to live stream. It'll be a surprise for people. And then tomorrow, we'll be doing the War Machine Weekend Invitational. The only round of the War Machine Weekend Invitational we're not streaming is round 1 because it happens super duper late tonight. We all going to be in bed.
Oh, yes, we'll be sleeping. That's exactly what we'll be doing.
We're going to go to bed at 9 p.m. after we have our dinner. Mm-hmm. We'll all get tucked into our gigantic bed that all the staff share at cons. And, we're just going to have a nice, quiet, responsible night. Get up tomorrow, do the Invitational.
Do they believe it? The Twitch stream, I feel like they're not buying it. All right, in the tank. The tank goes deep.
He's just checking contest range on the flags. Again, Jeff has to make all the right moves this turn, otherwise he gets blown off the table. Because 2 gun lines facing off is a game of precise measurement. Someone's asking who tucks us all into bed if we all share a bed. Ed.
That's right.
Ed does this maneuver where he's on the end of the bed and he just sort of grabs the sheet and pulls it taut across all of us and then just tucks it on his side.
1 gas can, 1 match, problem solved.
Wow. That's some darkness. The Kayazi all group up. They've got Iron Flesh. They're immune to blast damage. So they're not super worried about a bunch of AoEs hitting them from the Stormfall archers. Drifting onto them specifically, I should say.
Covenant Joe running around all over the place. And then
Did you catch if he gave them tough or boosted attack rolls?
No.
I mean, he wouldn't give them boosted attack rolls because it doesn't matter this turn. So I imagine it's got to be tough. Oh, no. We just got confirmation from the judge. He gave them boosted to hit. All right, cool. I'm interested to see what you got, buddy. I guess he's going to try and hit a couple of Stormfall? Yeah, looks like he's getting exactly right into the Stormfall, the one in the pool. Rocco Tears. Yeah, don't shoot rockets in the trench. That usually doesn't work out too well. Unless you get the center of the AoE inside the trench. Jeff is confirming with his opponent, like, where his exact measurement is and, you know, depending on which direction he rolls, if it would end up inside the trench or not. They're just declaring intent to each other because they're trying to play the cleanest possible game they can. Unlike Ed, you play fast and loose and dirty.
I sure do.
Just slinging models around like the schlop.
Like, I shoot that guy.
I shoot this thing and then that thing. I'm like, you haven't rolled dice yet. I don't even have models on the table. You're like, and then your caster's dead.
I hit. He's dead.
Yeah. Someone on Twitch screen asking if we could get a close-up on the armies. I wish we could, but the camera setup this time, we have the overhead shot. We've got that sort of the shot you're looking at now. We've got the player shot, but we don't have a free cam at this show. Tony Konachek, our video producer, who's just a really great guy, he has severe anger issues. And at one of the last shows, we had a cameraman with a free cam to get in those like nice close shots. And Tony said, go a little closer. And the cameraman said, I can only zoom so far with this camera. Tony beat him mercilessly, like right then during the live stream. In the process, when Tony was literally stomping on top of him, he broke the camera.
That cameraman was me. It was me.
So I would get you a close-up if I could, but I think we honestly shouldn't ask about it too much. Tony is veins throbbing, staring at me, bloodshot eyes right now. In the meantime, rockets are flying. And 2 dudes blow up in the pool.
And rockets red glare. Stormfall archers bursting in air.
Oh, you're gonna be the Good. I'm glad that you're going to be the musical entertainment for this this game. Looks like the Banshee also just took a random rocket to the face. Did 2 damage to the one. Enjoy that. The pool is now running red with the blood of dead elves.
Elf splath.
Okay, so that Rocketeer is going to try and get inside the trench with a deviation. Let's see if he nails it. No, so it lands nowhere.
It's unnailed.
It lands nowhere and probably hits nothing. It might, well, maybe hits that little bro over there. Oh, yeah, that deviated just far enough to be useless. You can tell who Jeff Everitt is by the back of his jersey, by the way, in case you missed it. This is the guy with his name on the back of his jersey. He's also Canadian, in case you can't tell, by the giant Canada symbol on his arm.
Blame Canada.
Another deviation coming in. Oh, that's actually not too bad at all, looking by the way they're measuring it. Well, Jeff's getting pretty lucky on these deviations here. Looks like a strike force down, and then a Stormfall Archer also blowed up. All right, yeah. Start chipping away. Man, Rocketeers they're good. Especially when you bring 9 of them. Marauder running behind the woods. Doesn't want to get blowed off the table by Strike Force under Ossian's feet. That's a lot of dice.
Yeah. Yeah, those Marauders aren't going to do a whole hell of a lot in the backfield, though. At some point,
He will
come forward.
Hey, well, he measures the contest range right on the flag. That Marauder is basically there to start contesting / maybe controlling that flag after this fight has whittled down a bit. Like he's got to deal with the infantry first, which he can do with his Rocketeers. The big boys are there to stomp up afterwards and be control elements. A little pre-measuring on some threat ranges here by Jeff. He wants to see exactly how far he can walk up without being killed by magical bows. Crossbows. Watched Tony Konachek once carjack an entire bus full of children because he didn't get coffee in the morning.
I think that you're making Tony Konachek out to be something that he's not. He is a caring, dear man who really goes to bat for his coworkers, but I don't think he'll go to bat for you anymore.
See, you don't want to end up on the wrong side of his anger. That's why you're trying to say nice things suddenly.
He's a werewolf. All those incidents happened on full moons.
No, I mean, I love Tony, and I would never do anything to anger him.
Sorry again, I broke your mind.
Here comes some deviations.
His deviations definitely take a big chunk out of the clock.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at Jeff's already down below 40 minutes, you know. I think his turn 2 on the last live stream game took him about 20 minutes, and that was just because of, handling all the deviations.
Right.
And that was against an opponent that had a bunch of anti-blast damage with the Discordia imprint. Dracoon, you want to go get you some? You going to go get you a little bit, maybe? Or are you not in range? You have failed everyone. Oh, you're in range. You're in range for days. I mean, charging a Dracoon in and then repositioning afterwards just to gum up a bunch of guys over there, I mean, forces Adam to go probably commit one of the jacks to clear him out. Unless he repositions far enough away. It's possible. Though a quickened Imperatus can get pretty much wherever he needs to be.
Yep.
Yep. And Jeff is asking, what is Imperatus' threat? And the answer between sidesteps and check something here. Yeah, and quicken. I just had multiple versions of quicken in my head, and I was trying to make sure I wasn't going to say something stupid. And
Yeah,
only
you
worked on
want to
warrior
make sure
models.
you're not going to say anything stupid. That would be a tragedy.
I try not to say the wrong thing. So yeah, the Dracoon is charging in. There's the proxy base for it. Just obliterates that guy. And then I imagine is going to reposition 3 to stay as far away as Imperatus as he possibly can, which is right about there. And he's based with the flag at that. Trying to stay out of the line of sight, but I don't know that that's possible.
Yeah, that definitely did not happen.
Other Dracoon. What you gonna do, buddy? Just run. Run somewhere. Yep, gonna run. And engage, question mark? Yeah, engage. And that was a run, not a charge, hence why his facing is not directly towards, and also it's not an illegal move because he didn't have enough range to charge. Aggie, one of our judge participants, just walked over with a cape on and started dancing in front of us. This has been a weird stream already.
This is like a Millennium Falcon throw.
Yeah.
Or beach
You
towel.
can get Star Wars anything these days. Okay. Where you going, Marauder? You're gonna go right. Chop.
Yeah, he's gonna follow up if Imperatus comes over for the Dracoon.
Yeah, I don't think Imperatus is gonna do that. Maybe.
Not gonna walk into that little trap.
I mean, that's a hell of a trap too. Like that's kind of a pretty clearly telegraphed trap, but I mean, it's still effective.
If it keeps him away, that's also a deterrent.
And you can easily stop the counter charge from the bottom Dracoon by just engaging it. Right. That's an issue. It does mess with Adam's order of operations, though. Jeff, man, you turn taking a second, ain't it?
It ain't.
Marauder's gonna run up and be like, "Yeah, all right, I'm in charge range, but I'm probably gonna have this butcher behind me if you want a piece." So he needs to be careful of the quickened sidestepping Imperatus getting to the butcher and beating him to death with giant swords.
Yes, that's always a problem.
Call that technique the Moloch Karn. Rocketeers, last unit of them going to advance. More careful measurements on their threat range. I imagine we'll see some shots, a few into the jacks, maybe a few deviations. Did you just hit your funny bone?
I just hit my funny bone on your chair.
Why would you do that?
Because it's funny.
Yeah.
I like pain. I'm sitting here with you, aren't I?
Yep, Rocket's going to the Banshee. He's going to try and start whittling it down a little bit more. Misses, deviates, goes to, I think he said the 6. Just hits the Banshee. Misses the Banshee with the next rocket. Deviates, hits nothing. Third rocket. Going for the Stormfall Archer behind the wall. Deviates. Went to the 1 like 5 inches, I think. Nice shot there, Rocketeer. Looks like I just clipped one bro, and that bro's head
Bro's away.
came clean off his body.
He broed up.
He broed up. He broed out. Butcher, time to advance and figure out where he can stand without dying, and the answer is to back up. He's like, no. Oh, that Marauder is forever away, my friend. Turns out you can't get everybody in your control range at once when they're spread across the table. Or you can.
Turns out.
Wait, well, no, where you go? He can't get that other one by the woods now, can he? The ones by the woods has, yeah, the one by the woods is out.
I'm literally not even looking at the screen right now.
You were a good choice for commentary this morning.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's really early. It's like.
It's like 11?
Pushing noon.
Ooh.
All right, and Adam is back up. Powering up some more jacks. Myrmidons.
More jacks.
Yeah.
See if he upkeeps both of his spells. I imagine the answer is yes. Admonition on Imperative seems, I don't know, super good. Quicken might drop, though, because he might end up needing to put Quicken on something else. Actually, Admonition might drop if he needs to Quicken Imperatus to get to where he needs to be. Let's all find out together, shall we? That'll countercharge you. How's your juice box? That good, huh? Good.
Empty.
Someone's asking if they're getting a War Machine, how do they get all the rules? Well, the main rules are available in PDF form for free. But if you want all the rules for all the cards ever, and the easiest way to get them is to use the War Room app. You can just buy a big bundle that has every card ever released for the edition of the game, and every time new cards get added, they automatically get updated into War Room, as well as any upcoming theme forces from the Theme Force books. So between the free PDFs available on privateerpress.com and the War Room bundle, you would have every rule available for the game ever.
We use War Room while we do the commentary to keep track of things.
Yep.
Do you really think we know this much?
I do.
I don't.
But I get things wrong sometimes because I've, A, I've got multiple versions of each model in my head. B, I'm real dumb.
It's also a great reference to sort of be able to look at your opponent's cards, right?
Yeah. Just build an army list like it doesn't matter what your opponent's doing. Just goldfish it. Oh, what did you bring? I don't care. You just tell me what happens. If you have something reactive that stops me, let me know, and then I'll know later. I don't care. If you have stealth, whatever. I don't care.
Strategery.
Just play this. Just ignore your opponent's cards and what they do. And make a plan that says that you win no matter what.
All right. He figured a bunch of stuff out, and
he did some measurements.
Yep.
He's still in the focus allocation. He's
Yeah.
still in his control phase. And he's just doing his measurements now. To be like, is this a good idea? Am I trading Imperatus for nothing?
Right. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Because, okay. Can Imperatus kill both Dracoons with the sidesteps? You charge one, you hit it. You dismount it in one shot, probably, on averages, maybe.
Probably, maybe.
Then you sidestep, you hit it again, you sidestep, you get to the other Dracoon. If it didn't countercharge you, depending on what you do first, you might be able to take out both Dracoons. It's probably not likely. Then you feet, right, without seeing. Then the Strike Force walk up, and they gun that Marauder off the hill. Full unit of them should do 40 points of damage on average to a Jack under feet. All right. Focus is being allocated. It looks like Imperatus is getting one more? Adam's still thinking about it.
Well, he's got 47 more minutes.
Dude, he could just sit in the tank for 46 minutes. He could actually just lean his head in and stare at the camera for 46 minutes and make us talk about nothing for 46 minutes.
I think we can do it.
And then at the 1 minute mark, just shake Jeff's hand and concede. If I was a player and I end up on a light, like if I ever quit or get fired is more likely. When I get fired from Privateer Press and I'm on the live stream, I'm going to troll the hell out of you guys.
I cannot wait.
For me to get fired, for you guys to get trolled.
Put your hands together. Getting trolled. Getting fired.
Slap them together.
Put your hands together. Oh, I could always play some music.
Just through the live stream?
Yeah.
Just grab your iPhone
What do
and
we
start
want to hear?
and just start playing some sweet beats. I don't know, like something jaunty and light for the morning, like Crisscross's Jump.
Jaunty and light. How about the theme from Friday the 13th? What?
You're actually doing that. Oh, God. Is that like a dubstep remix of the Friday the 13th theme song?
Yeah, dude, it's Beats Antique.
Oh, I love my Good job.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Ed Bourelle. All right, I believe focus has been allocated.
Our legal department's taking issue.
Well, why do we bring the legal department to cons?
I have no idea.
Like, whose idea was that? Like,
I mean,
let's bring legal to a freaking convention with a bunch of us.
He just sat there and watched me do it. It should have been his job to stop me.
Someone's asking what was the song name, so they can look it up.
So it is available for free online, actually.
Oh, snap.
So it is Friday the 13th Beats Antique Remix.
There you go, kids.
I usually post a link to it on Facebook every Friday the 13th.
Adam is still, I think, in the pre-measuring step where he's seeing where Ossian will stand if he feeds who he'll catch. Okay,
All right.
Ossian activates. We are good to go. He's going to Deadeye the Stormfall Archers. He's going to move to the spot that he has the proxy base. He's going to Deadeye the Strike Force. Sitting on 0 focus, and I assume he's feeding. No? No feed? No feed. And feet. Okay, he did pop feet, as you can see him throwing down the foot token on the table. And Ossian's going to assume take a shot at something, right? Yeah. Bust a shot at that Dracoon's nugget. Hits him. Gets the negative defense debuff, which really matters for a Dracoon. You know, Man of War Dracoons are known for their high defense.
More contemplating.
Well, that was a damage roll. I didn't see what the numbers were, but I imagine he did he did something to Dracoons. Stormfall Archers are up next. Adam commenting that the Stormfalls are abandoning Ossian and don't want to be anywhere near him. I'll get in the range of the Southern Canadian Dracoon. Tony, we do need more sick beats, by the way, on our live stream. Like, I think Ed has really shown that music makes this game dope. Shooting brutal shots. So, it's def 14 because he's in melee. They're all dead-eyed, though, so this should be pretty easy. brutal damage shots under feet. Enjoy this 4 die of damage. And only take 2 points.
Yep,
Oh,
he missed
missed.
with a shot. Yep.
With a dead-eyed shot?
To
Wow.
the 1. Does clip. Eight off. There's a little better.
All right. Bunch of dead-eyed, defeated, brutal, damaging Stormfall Archers did 5 points of damage to a Dracoon. Nerf Khador. Looks like the shot Ossian did to the Dracoon up by the flag. That guy's only got 1 box left. Strike Force activating? Yes. Yes. No. Yes. JD Esquire commenting that the dice cams are a little too small. JD, thank you for the feedback. This is our first show using them, so we are trying them out. We did some testing, obviously, at the office. We're going to make sure that their quality continues to improve at the next show we're live streaming, so we can, a couple of those dice go off the camera. It's a little hard to have a setup that sees the whole box without it being super intrusive on the player as well, because we have to make sure these dice cams don't get in the player's way while they're trying to play the game. And we don't want this giant weird contraption sticking out of the way, so we try to make it pretty compact. But we will definitely see what we can do to continue improving. When I say we, I mean Tony Konachek. I also want to say that because you gave the feedback that was, constructive criticism, which we gladly appreciate. Tony can't handle constructive criticism, and he is furious right now. I apologize in advance for his unprofessional remarks.
That's why I just let Tony do whatever he wants to do.
I can't handle
Like, you like the video? You like how it looks?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's approved. I never request changes. Just spots.
I don't think our Twitch chat was saying that they didn't like it. They were just giving a little bit of useful feedback, saying, "Hey, sometimes we can't see the dice in the dice
No,
tray."
but you're saying that Tony's in a rage.
Well, Tony's always in a rage. That's his secret. He's always angry.
He's a werewolf.
Yes, this is the bottom of 2 Twitch chat. We are at the bottom of 2. Scoring is live this turn, though none of that will be happening. Well, maybe. If that Dracoon doesn't die and he doesn't contest, then scoring will happen. The chances of that happening are pretty low, though. I mean, Adam knows what he's doing. He's in the semifinals of IG. All right, shot time. Dead-eyed, feated. And then 7s to hit. No damage. Looks like he's going to try and dismount the one by the flag. Is that no damage again? Man. This dice fund is 10 for him. He just can't break that.
Man, Dracoon's just not going away. There he goes. On your feet.
Finally. Finally. Adam using those tokens next to the unit to remind himself who is shot and who is not shot, who is taking their combat action and who is not. Twitch chat commenting the orange red is gorgeous. Agreed. They are. Shooting at the dismounted Dracoon, trying to get him off the flag. More shots going in the dismount. Looks like
there he
has
goes.
Finally gone to hell. Shot going into the jack if it's got range. Yeah, it's good. Boop. Dice off 10. 4 die, though, because Jack Hunter. Spike it. That's not spiking it. You did no damage. You should have done 4.
Wow.
And that guy's gonna. The guy at the very bottom is gonna punch a Dracoon with his sad little sword. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah. All right. So Imperatus clearly not charging Jack this turn. Probably is gonna shoot under Imperatus's feet. Hey, there's Jeff's head. Stormfall Archer unit up top, going to jump in the pool that has literally still got chunks of their buddies floating in it, and that's real gross.
He's honoring them by bathing
Floating in
their
them? Yeah.
viscera.
I honor you by floating in your chunk.
Elf splats. They're good for healthy skin.
Oh, full of protein?
I don't think elves are protein-based life forms.
You know the fluff. Are they?
I think they're starch-based life forms.
They're starch-based life
They're
forms?
like evolved potatoes.
So if I stick a light bulb and an IOs in it, will it turn on?
Somebody will get turned on.
No, please, no, no. I regret my question immediately. The other unit of strike force is going to advance. Some people are going to get shot, and things will die.
Yeah, please move your models so that we can stop talking about things that aren't your models.
I'm gonna get back to the office. I'm gonna walk into C-Cat's office, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, man, if I shove a light bulb into an elf in our setting,
Well, you know how they make those potato clocks?
no,
Just
no
just
context.
stab 2 daggers into an elf hooked to a clock, and will it power?
Yeah, no context, because then he might like actually consider the question. I'm literally gonna be like, if I stick a light bulb into an IOSIN, what happens? And he's gonna be like, how'd you unlock the door? And I'll be like,
I imagine Doug Seacat's
Doug, listen to
listening
me.
to the live stream right now.
Nah.
I mean,
he'd be like,
he could chime in.
I'd be like, Doug, listen to me. He'd be like, where are your clothes? And I'd be like, Doug, listen to me.
He probably got up on a Saturday to listen to us and watch this
There
game.
is a 0% chance Doug Seacat is awake right now listening to this live stream. Hey, Doug, if you're awake watching the live stream right now, text me the answer. Just text me what happens if I... And you know what? We'll even say IOSIN, because you might be... I'm sure you would text me back IOSIN or NIS. So I'll give you all the information you need. Text me back what happens if I shove a light bulb into an IOSIN. Zero. He's not awake, man.
It's like 7 p.m. back in Seattle.
7 p.m.?
I don't know how time zones work.
Dude, it's 9:30 on the Pacific Coast.
Didn't we fall over?
9:30 a.m.
Or fall back? Is that tonight?
That's tonight.
Tomorrow morning. We're going to save some daylight by moving clocks, and suddenly it's going to change our whole life. Bunch of geniuses behind that.
Strike Force is almost done. They killed some Rifle Corps. I think a couple shots went into a Marauder. Did, basically nothing. So
All right.
just the Jacks are left. Imperatus activates. Oh, he's charging. I
get up in there.
did not expect that to happen whatsoever. I figured he was going to shoot under Austin's feet and just play like the longer, grindier game. But apparently he's like, I'm going to take out a Marauder. Then I'm going to be in the middle of your army. So, a bold move, Adam Stewart. You caught me off guard.
It gives him something to make those models focus on other than his squishy little elf bits.
Twitch stream right now is talking about the time that at Gen Con, somebody was eating cheesy fries in the background, and Will Schick went full ham, lost his damn mind watching this guy eat fries. And they were hoping someone is in the background eating fries. The answer, sorry, everyone watching, is no one's back there eating cheesy fries. Otherwise, we would keep it on the player cam the entire time and do nothing but watch them eat.
We could commentate that.
Oh, dude, I could commentate somebody eating some cheesy fries.
I know what I'm talking about when it comes to eating cheesy fries.
Yeah.
All right, so there goes the Marauder. Poof.
So after sidestepping, did not get base to base with the flag. Not that it matters. The Banshee's just going to get up there and do it. So it looks like at the end of this turn, Adam's going to go up to 1 CP. That Marauder died so fast, we were busy talking about cheesy fries, and that was just done.
Boom. Banshee strolls up.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, I'm a Banshee. Screaming at you, yo.
Shoots a Rocketeer. I don't think Myrmidons can talk.
Banshees scream.
No. Classic Banshees do.
Ooh-ah! Ooh-ah!
And
It's the cry of the Banshee.
Adam goes up to 1 CP from scoring off the flag.
Ooh-ah!
turn gets shipped back to Jeff. Butcher's out of range to kill anything in melee himself. Jack's out of position to kill anything. So it's time for Plan Rocketeer again. However, Ossian's feet is up, which is probably not going to matter if he hangs back. Because it only affects when an enemy model in his control range makes a range attack. It rolls one fewer die. It's not like if the friendly model is in the control range. Jeff actually just confirming what was Ossian's focus stat, 6 or 7, so he knew the control range, so he knew where he could stand and still shoot.
Well, you don't want to run up next to Ossian and make a bunch of ranged attacks?
Under his feet? When he's got Quicken behind a wall?
It's called sarcasm.
No, I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, my God.
If you just boxcars yourself off. What? Did you pull a knife on me?
No.
You've been hanging out with Tony Konachek too much.
How?
Balthazar.
This live stream needs more sound effects.
Balthazar on Twitch stream asked, can we please get a character Rocketeer that has a once per game rocket jump where he self-slams the enemy, maybe a gobber weapon attachment? No, you cannot. Thanks for asking that.
You're very close-minded.
Yeah, I have to be around you guys because you guys are way too open.
All right. Some stuff. Rifle Corps moving up.
Yep, I believe they got the boosted shots from Joe.
It's like,
Trying to make sure they get in range of the Stormfall archers.
it's like shooting potatoes in a jacuzzi.
Like shooting potatoes in a jacuzzi?
Just watch.
All right.
Boom.
Oh, God, I see what you did there. I feel really bad now that I know. So first shot goes into the Stormfall archer in the pool, and the potato.
The jacuzzi potato?
Yeah, the jacuzzi potato has been baked. Other Stormfall archer dies screaming.
Ah! I'm dying. We've said disparaging things about Canada on this live stream.
Looks like the rest of the
I'm
Storm, or the rest of Winter
starting
Guard.
to regret it.
Game without any love from you.
Being threatened by Canadians.
Where's the Winter Guard? He's going over the Kayazi. Did they not take shots at the Jacks? Did he just forget? He's checking the threat range on the Kayazi too. Those mage hunters right now. Okay, no, he's still on the activation of the Winter Corps. Still doing their. He just stopped to confirm his threat ranges on the Kayazi. Looks like a rocket is going to deviate, like two inches at most.
Yep.
And it's going to clip some fools. Oh, yeah, it's actually a pretty good deviation. It's going to clip, like, those two fools. They're going to get their gooses splattered by a rocket.
Mashed potatoes.
Oh, no. Snake eyes on one of them. So only one goose got splattered. The other four are going to CRA into Imperatus. So it's POW 14 on him. Didn't do any damage, though. So Imperatus still standing there with his admonition. Yeah, Butcher really can't do too much to Imperatus unless, like, Jeff commits a unit to boxing him in.
Right.
Which even that's hard with admonition up. Like, We'll see. Kiyazi going to activate. They're going to charge. Get a couple guys in. Looks like we got some runs from the back end though. So they're just barely in those woods. So they're not losing too much movement getting out of the woods, and the rest of the time is going to be spent running around to engage as many strike forces as they possibly can. We've never talked about this on live stream before, Ed, but I have a quick question for you. It's very important. I need to know what team you're on. What, DuckTales or Top Gun?
Top Gun, a Tony Scott classic.
Really, over DuckTales? So your team Top Gun?
I'm going to go with that.
Woo! Do.
Danger Zone.
I'm so disappointed. I figured you were on the right team.
If I'm not on your team, I'm on the right team.
I'm the winning team. I just blunder my way through winning constantly.
It shows.
I know. I think all of Twitch chat is Team DuckTales. None of them are Team Top Gun. So, and I listen to our community.
It served you well. I listened to my own inner monologue.
Is it just screaming the whole time?
No, it's very calm and relaxed.
Okay, it's not Tony's inner monologue. Kill. Potatoes. Kill.
I think we're about to have an HR problem.
Well, I think we had one earlier when we started playing music for the live stream of a remix of Friday the 13th.
That wasn't an HR problem.
Tony, is this pervasive? Is it unwanted? Tony said it's fine. Not an HR problem.
He's feeling the pressure.
I don't think I can pressure that man into doing anything.
Coercion. That's a big word.
Yeah, Twitch chat right now is confirming that DuckTales is a better... I mean, Top Gun's not bad, but DuckTales is better. All right, Kiyazi are done activating. They ended up splattering the goose of a single strike force, it seems, and now the other two units of Rifle Corps with the Rocketeers are like, well, we really need to shoot Imperatus. He's getting awful close. Y'all see that thing? It's hard to miss. It's friggin' huge and orange.
He's going to block it with his big old blades.
He's just making that noise with his mouth while the bullets tear him to shreds. Just ripping through his body, and he's just standing there going, "Pachow!" And they're like, "Imperatus, you dumb."
What is Imperatus's cannon called?
The halation cannon?
Okay.
It's Halation cannon, right? So halation cannon, or is it halation cannon? How do you want to say it?
I don't know. I was wanting to say Hala.
Oh,
Halation.
so the clocks got paused real fast, and we're seeing what's going on.
Pee break. Pee break. We will join you after these messages. Who's our sponsor?
Why is the clock paused?
I don't know. Go talk to your judge.
They've already, I guess, agreed to it and told the player. So
There you go. Fix
don't hand me a box cutter.
Fix it.
Oh, it looks like Jeff is back though. So, well, they've already told the player one thing, so I'm not going to go correct it. But for the record, whenever you need to leave and go do something, it should be on your own clock.
I agree.
Otherwise, events would take forever if everyone was allowed to pause their clock constantly. But it's a live stream. Maybe they thought it was something special. I understand. I'm not going to fault anybody. Pressure's high.
All right.
Don't put the camera on us, Tony. Do something else. Go back to the game.
See,
just go
we
look
didn't
at the players,
take
Tony.
bathroom breaks.
We're still here.
So
Can I go to the bathroom?
Just be glad that you
I didn't-
can't smell us through that
I
camera.
need to go to the bathroom. Tony, I've had a lot of Diet Coke. Can I go? Stop shaking your fist at me, dude.
Dang.
Wow, he is super angry.
And we're back. All right.
Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Like, but anyone watching in general, if you need to go to the bathroom on death clock, that happens on your clock. FYI.
Sorry, no more horror movie dubstep there, live stream. I did my best. I do think I've got a dubstep version of Michael Jackson's Beat It. It's pretty awesome. And Brent's gone.
Brent's gone, man. We can do whatever we want. Not like Brent could stop us.
All right, Twitch chat, can you find me a Top Gun dubstep?
Top Gun dub. I'm sure Top Gun dubstep exists. All right, Butcher's activating.
Danger Zone.
Oh, stop. There's got to be a Danger Zone dubstep. Like, there's no way there's not. We really don't need that. Butcher is just like, I will stay in my deployment zone, maybe. I might go to my table
I'm
edge.
just going to move around in circles. Little, small, concentric circles.
So, I believe he's putting on a proxy to figure out where that Marauder might go stand after he shoots up Imperatus. I don't think there's actually a model there yet. Just confirming how many boxes Imperatus has and the Phoenix Field. Jeff's running out of time, man.
Load. I know. I was watching. He's going to...
This game is not even close to over. Our players have definitely spent a lot of time in the tank considering what they want to do, and we're like top of 3?
Tapas.
All right, Butcher looks like he feeded. All right, Winter Guard Rifle Car are going to activate. So it looks like the plan is feet and take the jacks out as much as possible. Do 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 do. Every day is something something. DuckTales. Oh woo. Do 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 do.
Danger Zone.
Better than Top Gun. Everyone knows DuckTales. Woo. So what Jeff is pre-measuring here is that every model is outside of 6 inches of the Butcher to avoid any possible sidestep shenanigans from Imperatus getting through and beating Butcher to death back in the backfield. So a ton of feeded Winter Guard Rifle Corps are going to open up on Imperatus and see if they can just take that boy out.
Pew pew.
And they are all out of Ossian's feet, so they don't suffer the loss of the damage die. In fact, they're in Butcher's feet, so they gain an additional die. So Ossian, just suck it. Suck it, Ossian.
He will.
The two casters are basically in a straight line across from each other, but Ossian is playing more forward than Butcher right now. That does not fit the narrative in my head.
I don't want to know anything about the narrative in your head. It's terrifying. All right. Get some line of sight.
Yup.
Shoot lasers at things.
Yup.
Laser Rocketeers.
See if he takes Imperatus off the table. And he's got that proxy base, which I think is where he wants his Marauder to go stand. But what's interesting is, like, does he remember that Imperatus has ammunition? Because if he doesn't, and he gives him a free ammunition, Butcher might just be dead.
Well,
All right, so shots are going to the Banshee first.
That admonition token is right there.
Jeff won't miss that, right? All right, so these are Butcher-feeded rifle core shots going into the Banshee. Looks like a rocket missed, resolving the deviation. Last rocket hits, and a dice off 7. Oh, that's a 6-6-6-5. Just, take 14 to the 4, my friend. Not a bad rocket, Rocketeer. You've been promoted. You get to train the War Dogs now. The rest of the unit all combines into the Banshee. PAL 16. Dice off 3 here. 12 on the nose. Banshee goes down to a single unit of Rifle Corps. Under Butcher's feet.
I was going to say a single unit of Rifle Corps and the Butcher.
Butcher's feet, under Butcher's feet. All right, so Banshee, you're no longer a thing. Some of that other unit of Rifle Corps is going to similarly advance and shoot into Imperatus and see what they can get done.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Getting it done. Somebody's writing a novel here.
We've been asked to predict the end of the game by Twitch chat.
I'm guessing that 2 geeks are going to shake each other's hands and say good game.
Wow, that's just hurtful.
What? We're all geeks here.
Well, actually.
Well, some of us are something less.
Sure.
That's my prediction.
My prediction is the game's going to go to clock.
There's definitely a good chance of that.
My prediction is the game goes to clock unless Jeff accidentally forgets that Imperatus has admonition and allows himself to get assassinated, which also seems like a very far-fetched possibility. So
I feel like he will be able to blast the crap out of him.
Now this is a checking proxies determine a impact attack if that Dracoon just takes a free strike and goes flying into those strike force over there. All right. Yeah, so the Dracoon is activating. Impact attack's being resolved. Oh, I guess the other strike force down there is out of command. That's why he's not getting a free strike. This is the reposition. So basically, he charged in, made his impact attacks, and then he repositioned 3 just to be right in the middle of everybody. All right, so Marauder down there, not even going near Imperatus, just going to the flag. Looks like that one will be scoring a CP for Jeff at the end of this turn.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the Rifle Corps, I assume, is going to get up on that hill and start blasting into Imperatus. All right, so 2 rockets that are currently in Butcher's range. They're just going to aim. Everyone else is going to move up to get into range of Imperatus. All right, so all the Rifle Corps that are not Rocketeers are going to CRA into Imperatus. Just a straight 6-man. Snake Eyes misses the hit.
It's just a lot of bullets at the totally wrong target.
Oh. Looks like a rocket into Paradis. Hits him. Is it brutal damage or brutal damage under Butcher's feet, so it can hurt. Does 9 to the 2 off that rocket. So the CRA misses, but the rocket connects.
Hits that Phoenix field.
These guys are not in Butcher's feet. Looks like they're going to shoot at one of the strike force stealth, auto deviate, goes to the 4 or 5 inches, just hits nothing. All right, Jeff, have you activated everybody? No, he still. Yep. Ships the turn back to Adam. Jeff scores a CP off that Marauder at the bottom. So the score is now 1-1. And, Jeff's only got, he's got 12:46 left on his clock. Depends on how fast Adam goes. And Jeff still has the majority of his entire gun line intact. It's just the amount of time it takes to activate.
I think I'd leave as many of them alive as possible just to make him eat his clock up.
You jam, right? You just throw stuff into him.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I also think Adam's got the time where he can actually start whittling things down. Like, Imperatus can do a ton of damage if he needs to. He needs to go deal with the Marauder and the Dracoon down there.
Yep.
So Imperatus heals off the field. Heals 4. So he's only really taking 5 points of damage after that healing. Looks like Ossian upkeeps Quicken and Admonition and is allocating 1 more to Imperatus. Maybe 2 more. So Ossian sits on 3. After it's all said and done, it's only allocated to look like 1 more. No. He must have given Imperatus 2 focus then, because that's if he's sitting on 3, he has 2 upkeeps, and yeah, he's got 3.
Okay.
Twitch chat asking, is Imperatus not base to base? He is not. He sidestepped earlier and was not base to base.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get in there quite.
When the Arcanist activates, runs up base to base with the flag. So that is another guaranteed CP for Adam at the end of this turn because there's nothing contesting, but that won't occur to the end of this turn. Adam needs to figure out how to clear off that Marauder and the Dracoon down there, and he can get 2 this turn. The Marauder at the top is not in contest range, so if he can somehow clear out all those Kayazi as well, which that's probably just not happening. He could score 3 this turn, but I highly, highly, highly doubt that's possible. 1's a given, 2 is probable, 3 is long shot.
So what is the contest range on those flags?
4 inches. Okay. Any model that's not inert, wild, out of formation, or a caster. Casters can't contest because it's stupid.
For people who are new and don't understand all this stuff,
Yeah.
this is War Machine.
We have some amazing tutorials available.
We do.
If you're catching the live stream and you're like, this seems very complex, the answer is you're right. But there are ways that you can learn and get involved pretty easily, including some video tutorials we have on our YouTube channel. They're about 30 minutes each. They'll tell you about all the little intricate bits of War Machine and Hordes. I recommend checking them out. And then this is called Steamroller. It is the official tournament way of playing the game. Pretty easy to get into. We don't have a tutorial video for Steamroller yet, but maybe one day.
I hope you're having a good time. We're going to make a couple quick announcements.
Looks like Imperatus charged in, hit a bro in the face, stabbed him, sidestepped. Yeah, he's just going to sidestep a second time and probably just try and kill as many guys as he can while staying out of the Butcher's control range, if I had to guess. Or Butcher's threat range, I mean.
Also, we like to thank Broken Egg Games for providing a number of fat mats for us for the event. All those fat mats are for sale. You can take the tag on the fat mat and go take it up to the vendor room and buy one, and then pick it up when you leave.
He's just determining his last sidestep here so that he is not in the Butcher's threat range. Buys an attack on the guy on the hill. Punches him right in his stupid face.
Get rid of those Rocketeers.
Checking melee range. It looks good. Buys an attack on that guy. Murders him. Oh, missed him, actually. Well, the second attack won't miss. Oh, no, he did. Trying to catch what the judge said. He used the last focus to heal his field. And I guess he missed the guy directly in front of him?
Sounds like. All right. We got 2 boxes left on that Dracoon down there before he's dismounted.
Yeah, he's probably going down this turn. But Austin can go do it himself if he has to. Oh, I think Ossian is activating. Considering his focus. Yep, Ossian's activating. He's going to... Question mark? Oh, he is going to go take care of business himself.
Taking care of business.
Every day.
More copyright infringements.
Yeah. Brent's not paying attention. We do what we want.
Yeah, we do.
All right. And it's probably a bad decision.
Ossian just walks to the far end of the wall there. He dead eyes the strike force over there.
So we have results from the other tables game, which is that it was Jake Van Meter versus Josh Richer, which was on the live stream yesterday. Josh got in as an X and 1 off strength of schedule to get into the gauntlet rounds. And so they played on the live stream yesterday with JVM winning that game. Josh got in as the only player with a single loss to get into the gauntlet rounds. In Iron Gauntlet, if you get in the gauntlet rounds, you could still finish first. It basically becomes like a bracket. Josh beat JVM in the rematch. So it means JVM finishes either third or fourth based on final standings. And Josh Ricker is going to face off against the winner of this game to determine the overall winner of Iron Gauntlet. So it's going to be Retribution versus maybe Retribution, or Retribution versus Khador again. We will find out.
I have no idea what I was going to say.
That's all good. What did I miss while I was? They were providing me with that report.
Deadeye on that Mage Hunter Strike Force unit up in the north.
Okay.
So
Did Ossian shoot the Dracoon or anything?
Nope. He decided it would be a bad idea.
All right. Looks like the Strike Force are getting the press forward order and are charging? Yep. Charging in on the Marauder. Charging a Dracoon. The Dracoon's kind of beat up already, so you might be able to dismount it. The one by the wall had to run, and based on those arc markings, he actually couldn't see the Dracoon. All right, so doing the charge on the Dracoon in the back arc first. Hits. Dice -9. Dismounts him. All right. That's a good first step. He's going to put him outside of the melee range of the other one that charged, so there's no other attack there. So looks like we got 3 charges of the Marauder. I got Jack Hunter, so it's dice minus what? 11. Still managed to do some decent damage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, -11, no damage. Last charge attack hits off 11. Wow, does 4 of the 5. Not bad. Not bad, Strike Force. The other Arcanist runs to get in contest range of the flag. The Dead-Eyed Strike Force, and they're gonna do something. Try and start whittling away some rifle corps. Looks like the guy that's at the bottom is out of command range. That's why he just walked away from him freely. Yeah, he's got confirmation from the judge. He wasn't in information, so no free strike from the one that's at the very bottom. Pair of swings from the ones engaged. No good, though. Shots the Rocketeer. Rocketeer is dead as hell.
Definitely trying to pick out those Rocketeers.
Yeah. Just wondering where you went.
I'm here. Just leaning back.
Just leaning, just getting comfy.
Enjoying the show. Having my post-juice box sugar crash.
Oh, man, you're getting all sleepy.
Do a face plant on War Room.
Another shot, another dead guy. Jeff just sliding his guys across the fat mat into his giant pile of dead. Scores another control point for Adam, putting him up to 2. Ships the turn back to Jeff. Jeff's rocking with 12 minutes, 35 seconds. They're not looking. It's going to have to go fast, man. There's a lot of dudes to make go fast.
Shoot a bunch of holes in Apparatus.
You need to bust a hole in Apparatus' nugget hard.
This nugget's so tiny. It's a little past noon here in St. Louis. Hope everybody out there is having a nice day, kicking back, watching a little War Machine with us.
Looks like the first unit of Winter Guard are going to activate. One just walks up next to Imperatus. So model moves, ships the turn back to Adam. Adam triggers Admonition. Checking to see if he can engage both models. Yep. All right, so Admonition and triggers. Gonna double check 10 inches to the Butcher, though, to make sure that doesn't just Admonition right into his threat range. So
He chooses,
Adam
decides not.
clocks it back to Jeff and goes, I'm not going to add ammunition, just leave it there. So Imperatus is getting a little boxed in here by the Rifle Corps. They're also checking range to Ossian, and that's usually a good sign. Jeff
And
says,
an explosion.
Jeff pauses the clock and says game state's a real thing. So Jeff had measured to make sure, or sorry, Adam had measured that to make sure Imperatus was in, so they're just using that as sort of the point of contact to rebuild the game state, the judges are. Looks like it's good to go. Clock gets restarted back to Jeff after that little whoopsie. The rest of the Rifle Corps are going to advance. Is he going for? He's not going for an assassination on Ossian, right? Like, this is not going to work.
No.
He's quickened behind a wall with a focus. Okay, no, shooting at the Arcanist. Okay, Arcanist on the flag is killed by the one Rifle Corps that's able to shoot. Rest of them are all just gumming up Imperatus.
About to hit the 10-minute mark on his time.
Yeah, man. Looks like the Kayazi are going to activate next. Still have Iron Flesh up kept on them. Jeff just being very careful, you know. Leaving one. Nope, not leaving anybody in contact with the flag. Okay, I guess he's going to walk up in contact with the flag. The leader is. The other guy's going to have to advance towards, because he started out of formation. Then it'll be direct. It's either run directly towards or advance towards, which he did. So Kazi are making a couple attacks on the strike force up towards the top, trying to get them out of contest range so he can score a CP.
Stabby, stabby.
And yeah, down they go. That means we're looking at Jeff likely scoring another CP on his turn.
Unless he accidentally kills his own Kazi assassin.
Nah, it seems highly unlikely. Jeff going back in the tank. Jeff, you don't have time to be in the tank, man.
Nope.
You got 9 minutes.
He just said he's going to try for 3 control points.
Interesting. All right, next Rifle Corps is advancing. Jeff eating his tape measure. All right, Rifle Corps advances. 2 of them are tied up by a Strike Force member down there. Being really conservative. Okay. One of them aims and combines another to shoot the Arcanist and take him out.
Pew pew.
All right, Rocket shoots the Jack.
Yeah, shoots the back of the Marauder.
The blast damage is going to hit everyone else around with the AoE. All right, 2 guys get cleared off.
One. No, just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Rolled damage on the Marauder and rolled 666. So good job, Rocketeer. You cleared 2 guys, and you did you did a little something to Marauder.
That's not how you want those dice rolls to go.
All right. One of the Rifle Corps swings, stabs the Strike Force. Looks like the other Rocketeer is now free. He's going to shoot the Marauder in the back again. It hits. So you got blast damage on the 2 Strike Force and then the direct hit on the Marauder again. Kills one guy on blast damage. Now the UA does a little bit of damage. He's got 5 boxes, not enough to kill him.
Not nearly as bad on the Marauder damage this time.
No. The dismounted Dracoon is going to swing at one of the Stormfall archers. Hits and just obliterates him with an Annihilator Axe.
Splut.
Did you say splut?
Splut. He spluttered.
Marauder advances and says, I like being here. This is a good place for me.
Just marauding around. Dee.
That Jack, the one by the flag, is just, he's going to try and punch the UA.
And why not?
He's got one good arm. Looks like he missed.
Nope.
All right, so Butcher, last thing to activate. Well, he's got Joe, too, but. Jeff's going to end this turn with less than 5 minutes and no extra CPs. Oh, he'll have one more CP. Joe runs. He's going to put the score to 2-2 at the end of this. Adam's still got 17 minutes to figure out what he's doing.
There's that 5-minute mark for Jeff.
Boop. And Imperatus is still, like, basically unharmed. Like, Butcher can't just run forward. Or he can.
If he sits on all that.
Do you want to be trampled? Because this is how you get trampled.
Checking front arc.
Put a proxy base down to see if he'd still be in the line of sight of Imperatus. The answer is doesn't matter because he'll trample.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Yep. It's a scoring list with no Titans. It's irrelevant.
High five. All right. What madness is going to occur because he just ate up a minute.
Yeah, Jeff, man. He's asking what the range on Ossian's gun is, which the answer to that is 12.
The answer to that is trample.
Pierce, oh man, he's also got future sight because of the field marshal. This is gonna be bad, dude.
Yeah.
Jeff he's just got to figure out you can hear him on the player mic on we can hear him lamenting like this decision because he just doesn't want to die, right? But camping everything, passes it back to Adam.
304, and we're tied up 2-2.
Yep, CP score is 2-2. Ossian keeps both of his spells, Quicken and Admonition. So Strike Force activate first. That guy's in the rear arc of the Man of War, so he just walks away. Looks like the other two are going to go try and finish that Marauder off, who's already pretty beat up. This dice minus 11, and on 3 dice, so it does 1 point of damage to the 6, though. Fighting the dismounted Dracoon.
Trying to pry that Man of War armor off.
Yep. See if it takes him out. Looks like the answer was no.
No.
the surviving Stormfall Archer down there. He's going to go do something cool, probably.
Follow the Winter Guard and just shoot your own Imperatus.
Just no. Looks like he took a shot at one of the Rocketeers, missed, deviated, hit nothing. No, actually hit clip one guy. Non-Rocketeer, just regular guy. Do it. Yeah, no damage done. So Stormfall Archer and the Strike Force, a little less than
All right. Imperatus.
useful. Okay, Imperatus is going to hit guys. He's not going to trample or anything cool. All right, sidestepping and taking 2 free strikes in the process. Dice minus 10 does 2 to the field. Oh, no, he rolled it outside the box, so they're saying roll everything in the box. So it actually does more damage. Second initial, he's going to stab one of the guys to take a free strike from. Hits him, murders him. And measuring 10 inches, make sure Imperatus is out of it. He sidesteps again off the second initial.
That's hitting
Buying attack
another
on the
Rocketeer.
Hits and murders.
Goodbye. Another, yeah, getting rid of those Rocketeers. Missed an attack and killed.
Okay. So Imperatus still has admonition and is basically just gumming up those rifle corps. Ossian, what you got going on, my friend? So yeah, Adam's just going to play the clock game. He's going to whittle down his remaining forces.
Yep, and contest, get some points if you can. If you can kill that one guy right there in the center, and then move into that base, he'll score another CP.
Yep.
All right.
Ossian aimed and shot one of the Winter Guard off the flag. Looks like the strike force is activating up north. Looks like they're getting the charge order. So one's charging Winter Guard, charging the Jack, charging the Jack, charging in so that he can test.
Yep.
And I'm going to check command range off the leader, just ran. Completely on the hill. He checks command. Looks good.
Gonna take that control point.
No, he's not. Does 8 points of damage to the Marauder with the first charge, thanks to Jack Hunter. Switches the turn back to
Boom.
Jeff. I wonder if Imperatus is still in Ossian's control range. No CPs scored at all. 2-2. Marauder's going to activate first. He's going to trample. He is basing the flag. Kills the first guy. Okay, so it looks like all 3 guys that he trampled over, he killed.
Yep, Jeff's moving pretty fast, and it's a little unclear to his opponent what he's doing. So they had to do a quick clarification just to make sure you're being concise with your moves.
All right. Kayazi all go up and kill that guy. I imagine that the Kayazi near the trench is still within 4 of the flag for it to be able to count. Butcher runs. The Winter Guard are going to run. Joe's going to give the other Winter Guard unit boosted hits. They're going to move into melee, try and take out that Strike Force. And kills the Strike Force over by the wall. Oh, no, bounces off armor. Misses off the second attack, third one. Hits and kills him. Oh, no, bounces off armor again. Wow. Strike Force is still there.
That's crazy.
They are checking to see if that guy's within 4. Okay, he still is. That looks like 2 more CPs for Jeff. Jeff goes up to 4. And Adam has nothing to contest the middle or the top flag. I mean, Imperatus could run to the middle one, but the top flag
Can
is...
Ossian get up there? The butcher's right there. That's
can't-
not a good idea. Oh, no
Casters can't
contesting with contest. No contesting with contest. No contesting with casters.
All right, Adam, you have 12 minutes and 30 seconds to Jeff's 51 seconds, but I don't know if you can stop him. Okay, let's both upkeeps drop. Actually, no, the upkeeps quicken. Measuring the walk range and seeing what he could possibly do here. Is he thinking about going in and trying to shoot the butcher down? Like, yuck. Could go try and wipe out a lot of the Kiazi, but Kiazi are all like stealth
It's a
iron flesh.
lot-
Like it's
Lot to wipe out.
yeah. You got a nice little crowd watching the game. As we can see here, Adam is super deep in the tank trying to
Yes, he
figure this one
is.
out.
So deep, he doesn't even realize his arm is bending backwards.
Oh, God. God, why did you point that out? Oh, Adam. That's... You okay, my friend? Oh!
Snap.
All right. Measuring out the Ossian advance with Quicken Up kept. Seeing what range he gets into on the Kiazi.
Jeff is reminding Adam, you've got tons of time.
But even if you get up there with Ossian and you clear out enough Kiazi to stop them from getting a point, and you manage to run a Strike Force over who doesn't die to a free strike, and you contest the middle one, you just die to the Butcher.
Deep in thought. I don't know what to, I don't really see what he can do here.
Well,
right?
units have to be a certain size to be able to control,
Okay.
right? But he has to. The amount of guys he has to kill it's pretty absurd.
So do
And they've all got stealth. It's just like really not a good option right now. Like taking out the Kiazi. If he had some magic way to get and one of them has to be in base with the flag.
Right.
So if he had some magical way to kill the one on the flag, that'd be great. But the problem is they're all immune to blast damage. So anything he might have like an AoE that he can throw over there is not going to work. He doesn't have anything that sees through stealth right now, so he can't do that. I don't think he has an answer here.
No.
I think he just loses.
He decided to just start doing stuff. All right, so let's.
So you can't allocate to Imperatus. They said Imperatus is outside of his control range.
That one lone Stormfall Archer is not going to be able to get a really lucky deviation. That's just way too far away.
Yeah. So Austin's trying to figure out a spot where he will be able to shoot a couple models, maybe even Arcantric Bolt a couple models if he has to. And Adam's down to 7 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay, Austin's going to walk directly to where the proxy base is.
This is everything right here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So Ossian walks up to the proxy.
Man, if only that top flag had just disappeared.
He's going to shoot Joe. Did you see if only the top flag disappeared? All right. Shoots Joe. Boosts after the fact with Future Sight. Hits him. Boosts after the fact thanks to Future Sight for damage. Joe is tough. Ossian. Going to Arcantric Bolt. I think he Arcantric bolted the Jack. He's Arcantric bolting one of the rifle core that's in melee. Boosts after the fact, thanks to Future Sight. Hits. Pal 12.
So he's trying to free that guy up so that he can get over there and contest, knowing that he's got to take a couple of free strikes.
No, Imperatus. Imperatus is going to make a full advance. Takes his first swing of the rifle core in the back. Hits him. Kills him. He's going to sidestep 2 inches towards the next rifle core by the strike force. Makes his second initial on him. Hits him. Kills him. Gives a free strike to the strike force. It hits him. It kills him.
Kills him. Damn, that was that.
And that's that.
Dream shattered.
It's always just done at that point. So we're just. I mean, Adam's still got time. Let's see if he's got. They're still talking it out.
Yeah.
Adam's trying to. He hasn't. You know, it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Solid plan.
Yep. There
we go.
That was a good game. So congrats to Jeff Everitt. Hard-fought win with only 50 seconds left on his clock, which is crazy.
There's under 6 minutes left between the two clocks. These guys really grinded each other down.
And congrats to Adam for playing a really great game, a really tight game, and doing a good job of just barely losing in the last few seconds.
I mean, honestly, I thought the game was Adam's, and then suddenly,
and then out of nowhere, it was Jeff's.
Yeah, just boom, you get those
Machine.
points.
Sometimes you're winning,
but
then you lose.
We will be back with the Iron Gauntlet finals.
Jeff Everitt versus Josh Richter. Khador versus Rhett. Be back in a moment.
He'll be back.
Yeah. Schick will be with me.